Hardspace Shipbreaker is a startlingly realistic spaceship salvager simulator. You take the role of a debt-ridden schmuck, forced to break down a derelict spaceship filled with rogue AI, volatile nuclear reactors, and tons of valuable salvage in order to appease your corporate overlords and to very slowly scrub away the immense debt you've amassed. Not only is this story very realistic, but the physics are what would actually happen if you are a real spaceship salvager. You will learn about atmospheric pressure and aerophysics, and you're gonna like them. With a setting like this, it's no surprise that our favorite warlord, SsethTzeentach, has reviewed this mundane future work simulator for all of us to enjoy. And as per usual, do those things that YouTube likes, such as liking the video if you did, and leaving a comment down below. If you'd also like to catch videos as they're uploaded, consider subscribing by clicking the button down below, and make sure to ring the bell to get notifications whenever I upload. Only about 6% of you are actually subscribed to me, so if you're part of that 94% that aren't, please consider doing so. It costs you absolutely nothing, and you can always change your mind at any time. Alright. Here we go. Here we go.
People, Seth here.
Hey,
I'm
Seth.
happy to report that your application to Lynx Corporation has been accepted. Now, if you
Ooh, nice.
Here,
I don't remember
and
applying
don't
to
read
that.
it too closely. It's just a standard lawyer speak.
Okay,
You know how these types are,
yeah.
but
I don't read
we're not like them. We're shipbreakers. We know. the
Oh
true
yeah,
meaning of
time to
tenacity, of
break
perseverance,
those
of
ships.
Teamwork. The job is hard. The pay
Ow.
isn't great, but we'll do it anyway. Each and every day.
It's
we
on-
wake
at least
up
it's
to do
honest
the dirty
work.
The kind of jobs they don't want to talk
They?
about. You'll find a
Who?
whole new breed
The-
of
the
workers
bigwigs,
up here in orbit.
perhaps?
We're honored to have you join the team. Welcome to
Who?
Hardspace Shipbreaker. Welcome
Oh
to
yeah,
Lynx, to your new
Lynx.
life. Literally. Yeah, read the fine print next
Oh.
time, Buster. We own you. Now, that'll be
dang.
$1.2 billion plus tip, of course.
Ah,
So, what
damn
are you
it.
waiting for?
I hate when
Get
that
in salvage
happens.
bay and seize the opportunity of a lifetime.
Oh. Huh?
Hey,
Got a codec?
how's our new debt slave doing? I'm just
I'm
messing with
doing
you.
all
Look,
right,
we run a
thanks,
tight ship
I
here,
guess.
so I'll make this as quick as I can.
Okay.
Microgravity may seem complicated, but really, it's easy as 1, 2, free. Just hope that's not lose your grip, drift away from your
Ow.
station, and become one with the lifeless cosmos. Don't worry, you can always
Dang it.
top up on fuel.
I hate
for
when I
a
get
paltry
gravitied
fee
like that.
Of $10,000. Your thruster
Ah,
pack is capable of
10,000. That's very
maneuvering
cheap.
along the 6 degrees of freedom. There's no air resistance
Whoa.
up here, so you'll get real familiar with Newton's first law. An object at rest
jeez.
will stay at rest, and an object in motion will stay in motion until acted upon. To move
Ow.
other objects,
My
use your grappling
brains.
tool to apply force and cause acceleration. If that just activated a neuron, good. For reference, 1 Newton is the amount of force required to accelerate 1 kilogram by 1 meter per second. With no air
This seems
resistance
very
or friction,
acoustic.
even a small amount of force can add up over time, allowing you to move pretty much anything with just a little elbow grease. Just remember, that object now requires an equal amount of force to decelerate. If you're
Newton's
unsure
third
what
law.
20,000 newtons would feel like, worry not. We have the data. Sadly,
that's what
you can't
happens.
just apply all this force for free. Newton's third law states that every action has an equal and opposite reaction.
Oh, there
To
it
work in
is.
space, you need to understand this implicitly. So, hopefully, I'm getting
Ow.
it through your head now rather than later. Your HUD shows what your thrusters can properly counter-thrust against. Remember, red means bad.
Red means bad,
Luckily,
green
you've
means
got
good.
just the tool to make that pesky law work for you. Tethers. Just connect
Ooh,
one end,
tethers.
then the other, and watch as the tether creates an unbalanced force, bringing both objects together.
Ah,
It's
very
not fast,
nice.
but it's automatic, freeing you up for more important matters, like cutting. Your laser cutter has 2 modes. Cut mode can make one giant lateral cut through just about anything.
Or pierce
Precision
mode?
mode can destroy any one single component. All ships are
Ah,
cut
I
together with
see.
yellow structural beams. These have no salvage value, so just cut them to your heart's content.
Cut them up.
Okay,
Uh-oh.
maybe watch where you cut. If you hit a fuel line, you've got a good while to find the shutoff valve. If you hit a nuclear fuel line, you've got about 10 seconds.
Hey, you.
Dang it, I hate it when this
To
happens.
find the structural
Damn it,
beams,
Todd!
turn on your scanner. You see this green light? That's the pressure indicator. Hey, wait, stop, don't cut.
Wait, what? Oh shit!
Welcome back. Nothing like a spare or two to let the lesson sink in. As I was saying, in order to safely transport fragile human bodies through the cold void of space, ship interiors need to be pressurized, preferably to about 1 atmosphere. If a pressure is too low, certain liquids, like say water, risk going below their triple point. Try not to imagine the excruciating pain of every single molecule of your body coming to a boil near instantaneously. But
Holy shit, that Total Recall's great.
Just remember, therapy costs extra. Honestly, a good day's work should be all the therapy you need. Now, back to...
How therapeutic.
You want to know what happens when the pressure's too high?
Yeah.
No.
I do.
No, you don't.
I actually kind of do. Okay, March 1st, 1976. Byford Dolphin incident. You know what? Let's look that up. On November 5th, 1983, an experienced tender named William Cramen was in the middle of a routine procedure aboard the Byford Dolphin, a semi-submersible oil rig operated in the North Sea. The rig was equipped with 2 pressurized living chambers, each holding 2 divers. Cramen had just connected the diving bell into the living chambers and safely deposited a pair of divers in chamber 1. The other 2 divers were already resting in chamber 2. That's when things went horribly wrong. Under normal circumstances, the diving bell wouldn't be detached from the living chambers until the chamber doors were safely sealed shut. However, diving bell detached before the chamber doors were closed, creating what's known as an explosive decompression. It's a death sentence, says Newsom. You wouldn't survive. The air pressure inside the Byford Dolphin living chambers instantly went from 9 atmospheres, the pressure experienced while hundreds of feet below the water, to 1 atmosphere, the normal air pressure at the surface. The explosive rush of air out of the chamber sends the heavy diving bell flying, killing Cramen and critically injuring his fellow tender, Martin Saunders. The fate of the 4 saturation divers inside was far worse. According to autopsy reports, 3 of the men inside the chamber, Edwin Arthur Coward, his name is Coward, Roy P. Lucas, and Bjorn Giver Bergerson, were essentially boiled from the inside when the nitrogen in their blood violently erupted into gas bubbles. They died instantly. The 4th diver, Truls Helvik, suffered the grisliest death. Helvik was standing in front of the partially open door in the living chamber when the pressure was released. His body was sucked out through an opening so narrow that it tore him open and ejected his internal organs onto the deck. Holy shit, Seth. That is some cursed knowledge. And now you're forever cursed with that knowledge, too.
Your scanner will show whether any given compartment is pressurized or unpressurized. You can look for airlocks and atmospheric regulators to safely toggle the compression. But advice,
okay.
You're on the clock. Remember the wise words of Benjamin Franklin.
Okay, what are the wise words? The face grows lank and wrinkled, then the neck, then the breasts and the arms and lower parts, continuing to the last as plump as ever, so that covering all above with the basket and regarding only what's below the girdle, it is impossible of 2 women to know an old from a young one, and as in the dark all cats are gray, the pleasure of corporeal enjoyment with an old woman is at least equal and frequently superior, every knack being by practice capable of improvement. Based Benjamin Franklin, the hag enjoyer.
Haste avoids waste.
Haste avoids waste. They've got better work.
Spirit. Now we'll
gotta
cover
work
sorting.
fast.
Raw materials go into the furnace. Complicated structural components go into the processor, and anything with resale value goes into the barge. We don't expect.
All right.
Nor are we paying you to remember that? So it's integrated into your HUD. Payments are due Tuesday.
All right.
By the
Thanks.
Way.
Thanks, HUD.
Sorting items will add to your salvage goals. Incorrectly sorting or outright destroying items will take away from your salvage goals, and the lost value will be docked from your next pay stub.
Yeah,
let's make sure
the pay stub from your debt, by the way.
Mistake is to avoid making it in the first place. Humanity had to learn that lesson the hard way. If you see any AI nodes out there, don't touch them. Don't mess with them. Just destroy them. Trust me,
destroy
it's
them.
Worth a risk.
Just destroy
Nothing
them.
Is worth a risk.
Nothing is worth the risk. We remember from the Star Sector video how dangerous AI can be, right? You did watch the Star Sector video, right?
Got all that? Great.
Yeah, I got it.
I'm sure you've got it covered from here. Now,
Yeah,
I've got
gotcha.
very important work to do.
Very
If you need help,
important.
use your radio, but don't use it too much. As I always say, avoiding chatter makes profits fatter.
All
Hey,
right.
Cutter, sorry about that,
Oh,
guy. We're under audit by corporate on account of that whole union thing. You wouldn't happen to know
union?
about that, would you?
Not
I'm just
until
messing
now.
with you. Now, I noticed he skipped over a big chunk of your training. Your scanner actually
But,
has two
I don't
more
care.
modes, systems and objects, neither of which react well to being cut apart. So it's always a good idea to scan
okay.
ahead. Remember, measure twice,
right.
cut once.
Yep, measure
Most
twice, cut
ships
once,
these days
or
are
else you'll get
nuclear-powered.
nuked.
Once you remove a reactor, it'll trigger a meltdown timer. So make sure you've prepared an exit strategy, or else...
Boom. There you go.
Now, that's just the small reactors. The level 2 reactors are a bit more complicated. Hold up now. Training
what?
time has not been authorized. Who cares about level 2 reactors? Once you've seen one reactor, you've seen them all. That's what I always
yeah,
say.
sure,
Listen,
okay.
I know nobody likes a middle manager coming in, making life difficult. But just hear me out. I hit my
Okay.
goals, and I'm out of your hair. But we all gotta pull the rope in the same direction. Get it? Cooperation. Cooperation. When you first start this game, job, it seems pretty chill. Just you, the ship, and all the time in the world. Except, not really. Each shift is exactly 15 minutes down to the
Hazard
second.
9?
We will not pay overtime, and we're tired of hearing about it. You can always start a new shift from where you left off. I mean, it's not like it's going anywhere. This system may seem strange.
Yeah, I
at
guess
first.
it makes
Why
sense.
have a time limit when you have all the time in the world? Because time is money. Each shift
Yeah,
has
time is
fixed
money, so
operating
don't
costs,
waste
and
both.
Not all salvage is created equal. 3,000 for a light? Fuck that. The 3 seconds it takes
No.
to salvage one are far more valuable. Just chuck the whole piece into the processor and move on. Do you really need to painstakingly separate every single piece of furniture from the cockpit just to save some scrap metal? No, just barge the whole thing. We aren't janitors, we're liquidators. We extract liquid capital from illiquid assets and die of acute radiation syndrome. On that note, nuclear reactors
should have
don't
drank some more
explode. An atom bomb works
Radix
by
and
taking
vodka.
a subcritical mass of a fissile material and using an extremely precise array of explosives to compress it into a supercritical mass. Reactors don't do this. They use a fissile material to heat water into steam, which powers a normal-ass steam turbine. A reactor will never go supercritical. If a runaway reaction occurs, the nuclear fuel will get hot enough to boil the
yummy!
metal
I
tissue
want
in
to
the
eat
reactor.
this.
And what has a lower boiling point than most metals? That's right, water.
Water?
If you want to learn more about criticality, here's a simple experiment you can do at home. You just need 2 beryllium hemispheres, a subcritical mass of plutonium, and a screwdriver. Place your plutonium core in between the hemispheres and prop up the top one with your screwdriver. The neutrons emitted by the fissile plutonium will bounce off a beryllium shell. So, as you lower the top half down, these neutrons will be forced back into the core, thus raising the criticality. Full cover will lead to super criticality. So, make sure you don't...
Oh, no!
That did not produce light. What you just saw is
called
radiation, which occurs when charged particles move faster than the speed of light through a given medium.
I think I could feel my organs melting.
So reactor explosions should not emit Cherenkov light. But I digress. While you trained in the art of hazmat safety, I mastered the ways of Hakuchido. While you need a
way of the
certification
sword
to destroy a warehouse full of product, I am
dang
untethered by such restrictions. But is the
I
afternoon really worth the risk? No. To be honest, I've already paid off
course
my
not.
debt. I am a multimillionaire. I am no longer in it for the money. I'm in it for the pride, the thrill, the obsession,
thrill
the
of
improvement.
near
I end
death.
each shift satisfied yet disappointed. The wealth of experience and knowledge I've made me better than the man who started the shift.
Oh, I got
that
zapped.
Man was a fool, a buffoon, a moron. I
A
could do better.
utter
I could-
imbecile.
No, I will do it faster. Each and every day I'll
Faster,
strive to master
harder.
the art of shipbreaking until I've reached the peak of salvage excellency, dismantling an entire ship in a single ship.
Man, this is the
poor man's
ultra
job
kill
simulator
of
is a simulator
salvaging.
of a mundane, of a life where mediocrity is rewarded and excellence is punished. It takes a masterwork to reignite that spark in a man's heart. The spark of
Real
ambition
Kaiji
to
moment,
confidently end
honestly.
each day a better man than you were before. And that is why Hardspace Shipbreaker is, hey, Hey, doesn't this job
That's
suck?
hard.
Oh man, I hate this job. Do you want to unionize? I want to unionize. Okay, cool.
No.
I added you to the union newsletter. So now
Hey,
corporate
come
union busters
on.
are gonna target you. Okay, cool. Bye.
Oh.
What the fuck just happened? I forgot.
I
my
don't know,
pills, didn't I?
Seth.
When I play one of these work for an exploitative corporation that doesn't care about your health and safety
Satisfactory.
kind of games,
Shoutouts to video game where you work a exploitative corporation that doesn't care about your safety. Gotta be one of my favorite genders. Hey, when's the Satisfactory review, Seth?
in many such cases, I do not want to quote-unquote fight the power. I want to exist
Fight the
within
power?
system, grasping
Row,
for
fight the
any
power.
semblance of human connection in a society that dehumanizes us down to mere cells in a spreadsheet. This is the same company that would sooner clone its
interesting.
workers before bowing to a modicum of safety regulations. If your solution to the teletransportation paradox is who cares lol, as long as they
cares,
make their debt
lol?
payments, you haven't made a fixable society. You've made Cruelty Squad, except
Yeah!
However, they wanted a story with a climax, so
Hell
fuck it.
yeah.
We're gonna unionize.
Cruelty
The
Squad.
final mission of the game is a fun twist on normal gameplay. Instead of breaking apart the ship and carefully sorting the remains, you have
Alright.
to intentionally fail all of your salvage goals. But you can't just chuck
Oh.
the whole thing into the furnace. That would create value for the company. You've got to go
Oh.
absolutely hog wild, using everything you've learned to do the worst job you possibly can. But
So
you wouldn't
it's
hurt
like
an
the
innocent
Matrix.
mega corporation like Lynx, right? After all, we're a team here. Like hell we are.
Yeah, sure, we
Where did I
are.
put those- Where'd I
Man,
put those
this-
pills? Listen,
these-
we just want to
this
talk. with your
narrative's
boss.
insane.
Get our meeting, and this will all be over. You know I can't. Why protect them? Do you think Lynx sees you any differently from the rest of us? You know the difference between you people and me?
Who do you mean, you
Lynx
people?
treats you like
Sharks?
slaves. Hell, that's why they're the biggest in the solar system. I made it to the winning team. People like you trying to lift each other up, you're just letting others keep you down with them. For what? We own you. I got the right to do whatever I want to you. You are
This
nothing
video's
until Lynx
confusing. I
found
love
you.
it.
Obedience is success. You've chosen to cross the company that gave you a chance. We'll drive you into the ground with debt. We'll give you work so dangerous you'll revive 20 times a day until your DNA comes apart at the seams. And when you come back as a useless, gibbering blob, we'll make your family pick up the bill.
Holy shit, Seth.
Yeah,
Learn
I think
from
it's time for a
experience?
pill.
Yeah, I gotta get those funny TikToks going.
That's better.
Ah,
Now,
finally.
we can discuss one of the most bizarre endings I've ever seen in a video game. So, we've established that this
So
system
that
is
was the ending. Oh my
unfixable, right?
god.
So, how do they fix it? Well, the middle managers get demoted, Lynx deletes the fucking slavery clause from their contracts, Space Congress
Nice.
outlaws cloning machines, but the Shipbreakers Union specifically lobbies to keep their cloning machines. And everyone responsible gets off scot-free and
nice.
continue to profit from the situation. The society has not changed. The working conditions are exactly the same, and literally nothing has been done to keep humanity out of the ever-grinding cogs of industry. But yay, good job. You
At
did
least
it.
we got
Or, I mean, you
better
didn't do it.
unions.
You're fucking dead. Your clone did it. Moral of the story, I guess. Workers are expendable. The human soul is replaceable. And it's morally correct to enslave people, just don't actually use the S word. In summary,
Based.
Hardspace Shipbreaker is a cosmic scrapyard sim that I've played instead of doing actual work. But
Now
I
let's
find
get
great
back to
comfort in
work,
this,
Diamond
because there's
Hands.
Something very soothing in the act of orchestrating and rehearsing mundane activities. In a single playthrough, I have justified and vindicated the entire nation of Germany and their infatuation for workplace simulators.
Look at
I
that
believe
little
there's
cow,
a
that's
quantum
a little
reality
funny
out
boy.
there where this game was entirely a sandbox. However, the trade-off is that in that reality, Factorio is a heavily scripted, story-driven FPS. Considering
Jesus
my
Christ, my
lessons, I prefer to stay
senses!
in this universe where I can
My-
safely
I
say
think a
I give
few
this
of my
game a
brain cells
5
just
out of
fried
10
there.
because 99% of the gameplay loop is incredibly enjoyable. Highly recommended. Will make your little nuts quake in their sacks. But the rest,
You're gonna get
for
shoot.
what purpose does
Everywhere.
it exist? If I could go back
Yeah,
in
why
time
does it
and change
exist?
one thing, I would shoot John Lennon myself. But if someone else went back in time,
Nice.
please consider
Kill
telling
the
developers
phonies.
that there's no point to a story in a game like this for the price they're currently asking.
Jesus
I would
Christ,
recommend
35
waiting for a sale.
bucks?
Alternatively, you can get 40% off from Polish merchants or 100% off by catfishing someone online and blackmailing them into buying it for you. And now
Nice.
for a word from our sponsor. You may have noticed this video required some research that would be fine in the
yes.
simpler times of yore.
Time
but
for the
these are not
Seth
simple
reaction.
times. These days,
Time for
you
the
can't even
Seth-
type me, ASF, at the House Energy Energy and Commerce Committee on March 21st,
Nice.
2023 on your favorite Robert Pattinson video. So, imagine
This is
how
my-
they'd react to
my favorite
recent
part of the
search history
video,
of how to make
the
an atom
Seth
bomb
sponsor-
and thrust vector math. I'd be locked up for sure. Thankfully, I used ExpressVPN's secure private connection. So
Very
these pesky
nice.
Federal agents are now stuck
Get out of the
battling
way,
through the streets of
feds.
Miami, looking for the guy who used ChatGPT to calculate how much piss it would take to bring the International Space Station out of orbit. Yes, this is the true
Nice.
future of research. Search engines will no longer link you to third-party websites, but will instead use their own large language models trained on, oh, would you look at that? Your data.
Your data?
With ExpressVPN,
My
you can put a
data?
layer of protection
No
between
way!
your personal data and their training data. Do not teach the machine. Instead, let it teach you, then gaslight it into giving you disallowed information. So now, I have my
Nice.
very own subcritical massive plutonium.
Aw, yeah, my
ExpressVPN
own
is my
demon
endorsement.
core.
Find out
Thanks,
how you can get free
ExpressVPN.
months of protection for free by visiting expressvpn.com/Seth or by using my link in the description below.
Very
I'm
nice.
legally obligated to have an entire minute after the advert, so I'm gonna run down the clock. This is the last of the collaborative videos done between me and my boy Toast. He's more than a
Toast?
man. He's my husband.
Oh
Please
man,
subscribe. Much
very
like a flower,
nice.
without
Very
dopamine,
base.
he will surely perish. Basically, from now on, I do everything on the main channel, and he's gonna do adverts. Also, he's gonna help with the second
Very
channel.
nice.
I believe it's a good place for
Oh,
less
the
scripted,
second
less
channel. I
coherent,
hope more
and
stuff
more
gets added
schizophrenic
there.
content. I want a channel
Very
that's
based.
just intrusive
More
thoughts,
schizo content
manifesting
for
into a
me and my
corporeal
eyeballs.
form that,
And your
upon
guys'
watching,
eyeballs, too.
Doesn't improve the quality of your life, but rather actively reduces it. But before that, gonna take a
nice.
small break. I haven't had adrenochrome ever since Epstein got busted, and I
Damn.
haven't really felt the same. So I want to take it easy.
I hope
for
you
now.
get better, Seth.
Hang out with some of my best buds at the Bohemian Grove, and I'll be right back at it. As
All
always,
right.
more content to come, so stay tuned.
All right.
A warm thanks
Rest
to the
well,
many
King.
members of the Merchants Guild.
Rest well,
generously
Seth.
Funding and
Thank you for the
bankrolling these
content.
videos. This one is free. The next one isn't. You're all truly wonderful. Have a good one.
You too, Seth. You too. Thank you very much for your hard work.